thank you all for joining us today. Today's event is going to include a social media Facebook tutorial from IRTA's Director of Marketing and Membership Communications, Sheila Norman. I think most of the people that are joining us today have had the opportunity to meet Sheila and work with her a little bit. But for those of you who haven't, I'm excited for you to get to know Sheila and to get to see some of her talents and the reason why we are so blessed to have Sheila on the IRTA team. So today we are going to do things a little differently. We are going to keep everyone unmuted unless there's some crazy background noise that becomes disruptive, then we will ask you to mute yourself. But we do encourage questions and just be mindful of raising your hand, using the chat, because we think that this will be a much better presentation if we're able to answer your questions in real time. We are also recording today's session, which is different. We typically don't record the monthly briefs, but this topic we do think is important, and we would like to be able to have it available so that our local unit leaders and others can access it at any time whenever they may have a question. So with that, I will turn it over to Sheila, and I hope everyone finds today's event informative.
Thank you. Thanks for all the praise, Jessica. Can everybody hear me and see me okay? We good?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you this morning. I encourage all of you to get involved in the Facebook. If you haven't done it before, it's a great way to communicate with your group. And I think you'll be kind of excited about it after we go through it. And I can show you it's a very simple process. And I think you'll all be able to follow along pretty easily. So while I go into sharing my screen, I am going to give you a couple of fun facts here about Facebook. So here we go. On average, Facebook adds 7,246 people every 15 minutes. So there are a lot of people on Facebook. They are adding 8 people per second. Another fun fact, Facebook is primarily blue because Mark Zuckerberg, its creator, suffered from red-green color blindness. So that's why they went with the blue theme. Let's see. Every minute, 1.8 million new likes are made on Facebook. So this is a pretty exciting way to communicate with your group and possibly to communicate with new retirees in your area if you make this a public group. So just to give you some ideas about how active this community is. So what I'm showing you right here is how you would sign up for a Facebook if you do not currently have a personal Facebook. To create a group, you have to have a personal Facebook. Do most of you have your own Facebook at this time, or do you? I know
Yeah.
Rainey does. She's the big thumbs up. You have to sign up for this, and it's very simple. This is really all of it. You create a password and use your email or your phone number and create your own account. You do not have to use your personal account for anything other than to create this group. You do not have to post on your own personal Facebook. So moving on, if anybody needs help setting up, this is all there is to it. Once you do all this and you sign up, it creates your page. Then you will see, once you're created, you're going to see something more like this. And this is not my personal page. This is the retired teacher's page, but it's going to look exactly the same. So to create a group for your unit or your region or however you guys want to set it up, you would just go to the little block here at the top that shows the 6 or the 9 little squares that make a square and click on groups. So it's very easy. And right over here to the left, it says create a new group. And here we are. That's how easy it is. You can name your group whatever you want. The only problem you might have, make sure it's, no cuss words, nothing too charged in there. Just make sure it's something that fits your group, and make it searchable. Don't make it something that's a lot of abbreviations. I know a lot of you do use abbreviations, but if I put in Illinois Retired Teachers Association as IRTA, people may not be able to find me. So if you want this to be something that you can share with newly retiring teachers in your area, I wouldn't make it too complicated. So your group name, whatever you want to name it, is fine. Here, we'll do retired teachers. And then here is where it's kind of important on how you want to use your group. If you set it to public, anybody can see it, anybody can search for you, and they will be able to see your group and your post. So whatever you post on here, they will be able to see, but it's a great way to share as well with new members. So I kind of like the fact that, the Illinois Retired Teachers Association is public and we can share it with anybody. Anybody can see that page. So that's usually how I try to do it. Now, if you want to create a private group that only your members can see, then switch it to private, and those posts, you will have to approve people to be in your group. As the administrator, it will send you a notice when somebody asks to be in your group, and you'll have to approve it for them to be able to see your post. So once you choose that, all you're going to do is click create right down here on the left-hand side. And I'm going to just go ahead and create a page here. So here's the basic page. They pretty much set it all up for you. It's pretty simple. I recommend adding pictures. It helps a lot. You can add your profile picture. You can use whatever you like, any picture you want off the web, or if you have one on your phone, you can use that. But all you have to do is click the edit buttons, and it will let you choose how to add your photos. You can make one. If you guys need help making some sort of picture for your group, I'd be happy to show you how we do that, or Tricia and I can help set one up for you for your group. Be happy to do that. So anyway, if you add pictures, it's easier to recognize if someone is searching for you, they know they have the right group. And then as far as posting, right here is where you'll post. I think you can all see where the little pointer is at. You would create, normally it is a good idea to create a couple posts a week just to keep your group active, and so the algorithms will post to their pages. So I would recommend if you can try to post something, it doesn't have to be important to the group. It can just be a fun fact. It can be. I'm sorry, what?
I think that was background noise.
Okay. I thought somebody might have asked a question. Okay. But here, if you click on this, you can add a photo right here, and it'll just pull it right off your computer. You can tag people if you have people in your group that you want to tag in particular, like maybe one member did something outstanding and you want to tag them. That it would be how you would tag them. A location, if you had a meeting at a specific location, I recommend tagging that place. It's great publicity to have retired teachers show up at the local, winery or restaurant or museum. I would say if you have a photo from there, tag your group there. And then you would just post. If you want to set it for a future scheduled post, you can do that right here on the calendar. Anybody have any questions so far? Okay. If you would like, if your members are already, if they have Facebook pages of their own personal, you can invite them with this blue tab. You can go through your emails and send them an email, or you can send it on Facebook and add all those members to your group. I would try. You can also share it to your personal Facebook page if you like, so people can see it, and then they can click on it from there. You can copy a link. There's so many ways. They make it pretty easy for you to share your page. QR code. There's pretty much any option you can think of to share this so that everyone in your group can get into it. But I try to make a couple of posts every week on the Illinois Retired Teachers page. I hope you all follow us on there. You can always share those posts on your page. You know, feel free to take our information and share that, or use it to create your own post. Trying to think.
Sheila, can you show them how to share from our page?
Yes.
That I know that it's easy for us to do that, but for those local units that may feel like they don't have enough content, using our content or content from other important pages might be an easy way to get them going.
Yes. So here's Rainie's post from yesterday that we shared. If you would like to share this on your page, all you have to do is go to the Illinois Retired Teachers Association page, click share, and it will share to your page at that point from there. So it's really simple. You can add something like, way to go, Rainie, we're so proud of you, anything like that, and share it, and it will go directly to your page. So that's very simple. They've really made this so anybody can get on here and create pages. I have also, and I would recommend you all do this, I follow a lot of the schools and school districts in Illinois from the Illinois Retired Teachers Association page, and I try to like and share their post as much as I can, so they know that we're watching them and we can see them. And it's a great idea for you all in your regions to also, most importantly, like your schools in your districts, and be active with their pages and like their post. And it's a great way to connect with the teachers in those schools, because they're all watching those school websites and Facebook pages. So I highly recommend that. Any other thoughts or questions about any of the Facebook postings or questions?
Sheila, I have a question. This is Gail.
Okay.
I know on a personal level, years ago, my individual Facebook page was hacked. Do you experience that with group pages as well?
Certainly it is possible, Gail. They can do anything these days.
Okay.
It isn't as predominant now because Facebook has tightened up on that, but it does happen. I've never had it happen to a group page that I was managing, but I'm sure that it can happen just like a personal page. But you have to have the personal page to manage the business page. So they actually have two layers they break through to get to that business page or group page. So I don't think there's a lot to worry about there as far as hackers. You know, definitely don't share your password. You can add other members of your group as administrators. If you have other groups, they have to have other people in your group doing it. They would have to have a personal Facebook page. You can make them an administrator so you both can post things to your Facebook.
Okay.
The group. And I think that's a great idea too. That way you got two people feeding into it and one person isn't just responsible for it.
Thank you for that.
Quick question on that, maybe. it's fine for us to establish it now, and I'm active, and I'm gonna be for a while. But what happens if someone is in charge of the Facebook page and then they need to leave the area or, become unable to do it for some reason? Is there a way to transfer ownership of this site that we've created that's supposed to be really good for interaction,
Yeah,
but the administrator's gone?
great question. They actually have administrators of the page, and like I just mentioned, you can have a secondary, you can have a third person. You really can add several people to this and have them all be administrators of the page. And then if you would ever need to leave, you would just stop being an administrator of the page. So yes, absolutely, that is 100% doable, and you can pass it on to somebody else. On our page, our Illinois Retired Teachers page, I believe myself, Trish, and Jess are all able to post on there. And if any of us aren't present, the other person can take care of a post, or anytime one of us wouldn't be available, it's taken care of. So I would highly recommend that. Good question.
I think it's also a good idea to have multiple admins and eyes on a page, just for the moments when maybe you get a comment from someone in your group or a message. We like to respond to those as quickly as we can, not to let them hang out there where the person may feel like they have unseen or unheard. So if you have multiple people who have eyes on the page, then that just increases your ability to react a little more quickly.
Yes, definitely. Any other questions? Everybody ready to set up their group page?
No.
If you guys, anybody needs help, please, call me. We can walk through it together. I can give you ideas. I'd be happy to help you set up cover photos or profile photos. It's not difficult, and we can go through it fairly quickly. So please ask for help if you need it. I'd love to see all the groups out there posting, and I can share your post, and you can share Illinois Retired Teachers post, and I think it'd be a great interaction.
And this topic, we chose to host a monthly brief on this topic because I was at a local unit meeting and the president made the announcement to the group that she had just started a group Facebook page for the local unit. And she was encouraging everyone to like it. But then she also said, all I've done is create the group. I don't know what else to do from here. And so that just really triggered my mind to think, well, if she doesn't know what to do, if this feels overwhelming to her, then there's probably some other members that feel a little bit like they're in the dark as well. So that's the origin of why we decided to host this event today. And we also hope that it fosters open communication to let all of you know the IRTA staff is here to answer these types of questions too. So we're here to help. So. All right. So if there aren't any other questions, then we will go ahead and end today's event. I do want to just make an announcement. Our next monthly brief is scheduled for Tuesday, March the 25th at 9:30 a.m. And the guest will be IRTA's comptroller, Erica Pinkley. And Erica is going to present the Train the Treasurer presentation. And this event will contain a lot of information that will serve as a good refresher course to our local unit leaders on financial reporting requirements and other financial best practices. So we do hope, we are planning on recording that session as well. So we are working on building what we don't really have a word for it yet. So I'm just calling it an educational library for things of this nature that could be helpful to our local unit leaders. So,
Question. I have one quick question. What happens if you make a mistake and create a page that the name doesn't work as well as you thought, and you need to go back and change it somehow?
Another good question. You can actually just change the name of the Facebook page. That is a fairly simple process to do. It used to be a little more difficult to change the name, and they would take like 48 hours to get back to you if you wanted to change a name. But I think it's a little easier with groups. It shouldn't be a big deal. And if you need help with something like that, definitely give me a call or email me, and I'd be glad to help you walk through that. But the group names can be changed, photos can be changed. If you need to delete the page, if for some reason you don't want that page anymore, that is also an option.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
Sheila,
Yeah.
could you give us your phone number? I'm taking notes here and I want to pass that on. So without
Sure.
having to look it up.
I'm here at the office, but the number here at the office, we have the 800 number is the 1-800-728-4782, or the just regular numbers 217-523-8488, I believe. Is that right, Jess?
yes,
Yes.
and Trisha also put the phone number in the chat for everyone's reference.
Oh, I didn't see it. Thank you.
And I'm pretty sure Trisha and I could answer any of your questions about the Facebook groups.
And Sheila, I'm going to put your email address in the chat as well.
Anybody else had any questions? Those were great questions. I'm going to expect to see Facebook pages from everybody this afternoon.
So the next installment, once everyone gets going, will be
Yeah.
how to create graphics and
Yeah.
videos and things like that for your Facebook pages. So
We're going to have a Canva tutorial.
great, everyone. Well, thanks again for joining us this morning. We hope that you enjoyed it, and we look forward to connecting with you via social media.